Hello, I'm Paddy Madden at Kill Tidy Towns, and I'm at the beginning of our sustainable work here in Kill Park. This is the start of the composting process which we operate here in Kill. It's Bay 1, where we have grass, weeds and leaves intermingled together, which constitutes browns and greens, and you have to have browns and greens to make good compost. So I've opened the door of Bay 1 here, and you can see what we have. We have the mixture of the greens and browns. Browns basically is material that comes from trees, like leaves, chopped up cardboard, shredded newspapers. All of them will make up the brown. Greens then, grass cuttings and weeds generally that you find around the place. What is the ratio of the mix? About 50-50. So about 50 green and about 50 brown. Some people mix them together, as has been done here, but you can put them in layers if you wish. About 5 centimeters of brown, then 5 centimeters of green, 5 centimeters of brown, and so on up, built up like a sandwich. So you keep filling this up until you get to the top. You might be wondering what the pipe is for. Really, that is to allow more air in, because the more air that gets in between this mixture, the more bacteria can operate. They need air. Now, some people make the mistake of just piling up grass cuttings either in their own garden or even in some of the tidy towns. But when you pile up grass cuttings on top of one another, over time they exclude the air and the bacteria die, or the microorganisms, they die. So in order to do that, you have this, you open it up with the brown compost, and this makes it perfect. So you fill it right up to the top, and then you allow more air in when you shift all of this onto Bay 2, which is next. So I'm here at the next stage of the composting process with Kill Tidy Towns. I'm at Bay 2, and you can see it's the same mixture, grass, weeds and leaves, but it all has come from Bay 1. And by shifting it from Bay 1, we have allowed more air in, which stimulates more bacteria and microorganisms to generate. And they're the ones that we need here, working on turning this into most beautiful black crumbly compost, which we can use in Kill Tidy Towns. And by doing this, we are helping climate change, which I'll explain when we get to Bay 3. So you can see what has happened in Bay 2. A lot of activity, a lot of bacteria been working. Now, it's not fully composted yet. We've kind of a lot of green, a lot of twigs here and that need further action, and they all that will all happen when we go to Bay 3, which Danny was talking about, and Danny will be talking about that one, what happens. So just on the climate change, how is Kill Tidy Towns helping to mitigate climate change? Well, one, this kind of stuff absorbs carbon from the air, and as you know, carbon is what causes the greenhouse gases. The same with soil that has had plenty of compost added to it that takes in carbon, whereas soil that hasn't organic compost added releases carbon into the air. So it's very important. We're also saving on fuel and manufacturing by making our own compost here in Kill, which we distribute to the community, but also use in our own flower beds and around the village.